All right, now that our accounts are created and everything is uploading to the cloud, let's start to customize. So here we are on the dashboard. You can see our 2 sample events that we've created to test out where some photos have uploaded. Let's head over to settings. Okay, and here is the awesome photo company that we started in the previous video. And you can see all the different settings you can go through here. Today, we're just going to be focusing on galleries and microsites. So the first thing you want to do after your account is set up is to come over here and create your gallery templates. This is great because you only have to set up your template for your galleries and microsites once, rather than having to do it every single time you create a new event in cloud. All right, so let's give this one a name. We'll call this Awesome Gallery 01. Select the order. Let's show the newest ones first. Okay, cover image we'll come back to in a minute. All right, let's upload a logo here. I have just a quick one I created. Let's increase the size to 120. If you have a favicon, you can upload that as well. All right, let's pick a header color. We'll keep this one all white. And let's change the color to the border around the photos to the purple from the logo there, so that matches. Okay, title. If we want to show the title of the event, we can. Change the font. Color, we'll pick that same purple. Can show the description as well. The description, let's see if we can pull from up top with the yellow. Maybe we'll see if we can pull that red. I'll do it for here. That. Perfect. Same thing with the footer. We'll make the footer background white. And we'll change this to a different font, color, and size. So the media filters control what the guests and clients actually see when they get to the gallery page. For myself, I personally only really show the processed photos and the MP4s from the GIFs that we create. If you want to add the prints in, you can, but we're just going to do this for now. After everything's set, hit create. Excellent. So now if we see here, Awesome Gallery 01 is one of the setting templates that we can select from now. Let's create one more. So we'll do Awesome Gallery 02. Same thing, keep this newest. All right, for this one, let's upload a cover image. I have one here, one of our photo booth setups, just to add an image in. We'll add the logo again. Awesome photo, increase the size. Okay, for the header color, for this one, let's make the entire page this purple. Just so we could see some different looks, what we can create here. We'll paste that down. And for the border this time, we'll make that the yellow in the background. Okay, header title, yes, we'll show it again. This time we'll make it white. Same thing for the description. That white. And the footer. Make the purple. So it's all one cohesive page. And we'll make that white again. And same thing here. Leave on just processed. And the MP4s. Hit create. All right, now that our template is created, let's come over to one of the events. And we'll edit the gallery here. Select the template. We'll go with Awesome Gallery 01. Click Save. Now if we come to view it, there's our logo. Here's the title and the description. All of this can be edited as well. Here are the 2 sessions I have uploaded. And if we come back to the edit here and pick Awesome Gallery 02 and save that. Let's view that here. Oh, looks like I forgot the cover image. Let's add the cover image back in of the photo booth setup. Okay, let's refresh this now. And there you go. So you have your logo, a cover image, the all purple background that we created, the yellow border around the images. Again, all of this is completely customizable. So now that our galleries are created, let's create the microsites to match. So come back to settings, microsite on the left here, and we'll go through the same thing. Awesome microsite 01. Enable the logo again, upload the file. Okay, logo. Increase the size again. If you have a favicon, go ahead. Background images I'll show in a second. So let's do the colors again. We'll make the background white to match the Awesome Gallery 01. That background is white also. For the icon colors, we'll pick the purple. If you want your videos to automatically play or not, you can. You can leave the microsite style for standard now. We can show these other ones later. So let's give it a title. So this is the template. You don't have to add the title in here. The title can pull from the event settings. So we'll leave that blank for now. We'll just design the font. And we'll give this the purple also. Same thing for the description. This can pull from the event settings. So you don't have to add anything here now if you don't want to. And we'll give that the purple also. Footer background will be white. Footer text here. You can add your text here just so this stays uniform across all the microsites. Photo booth by Awesome Photo Booths. And you could highlight it if you want to add a link there. Awesomephoto.com. Insert link. Change the text and the color. That the purple also. Footer text size, I don't really touch. You can leave it as it is. If you see it after and want to adjust it, you can. Processing, I don't really change this either, but you can. This is the message that they'll see if the photos and media are still uploading to the microsite when they go to look at it. So you can adjust this also. For the sharing settings, I only use the download button. Nobody really posts directly to their Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, but the option's there if you'd like. And media filters is like the gallery. This is what will actually show on the microsite. So we'll get rid of photos, FX, prints. I just like to show the processed and the MP4. So we'll get rid of that and hit create. All right, so there's Awesome Microsite 01. Let's do Awesome Microsite 2. Logo again. Size to 150. Okay. Background color will make the purple so it matches the other one. For the icons, we'll give it the yellow. Okay. The title text, we'll make that white. Show the description again if you like. And we'll make that white as well. Footer color will make purple. Same thing here. Add your text or your link. Okay. Change the font and the text color will make white so everything matches. Change your sharing settings and your media filters. And then create. Okay, so now if we come back to the events page again and open up the event, For the microsite, let's go to Edit, select Template, Awesome Microsite 01. We'll save that. You'll see here it updates in the little window. Let's hit View. So here's the microsite. We have the all-white background, the logo. iPad mini roaming pulls directly from the title of the event. So you don't have to change that if you don't want to. You can just title your event correctly and it'll pull from there. We have our footer down here, as well as the download button. Let's change this now to the other one. Awesome Microsite 2, and we'll save that. And you'll see now we have the whole purple background, logo, purple background, footer text as well. You can increase the size if you'd like. Download button, icon here with the yellow color. Same thing for the title, pulled from the title event name. If you want, you can play around with the background images for the microsites. So if you enable background image, you can upload a file if you want. You can blur the background image, and if you enable dynamic background image, you can select what you want the background to be. It could be the actual print file, copy of the print, or if you have something else uploaded from an API. So let's select print. And now we have it blurred also. So you'll see when we come back to view. So the background is physically the image of me here, but it's blurred. So this gives you a way to dynamically change each microsite background based on what the actual media uploaded is. Let's edit that quick. And if I turn off the blur and then save it, if we view that again, yeah, that is crazy looking. That's why obviously you'd want to blur it, but it is an option to give you more dynamic options for your backgrounds. Let's change that back. We'll disable the background image, the dynamic background, and now we're back to our regular microsite. All right, how else would we use these templates in practice? What I like to do personally before all of my events is create the event in Cloud first and make sure all my settings are correct before the event is live. So let's go here into the dashboard and create a new event. We'll name this Michelle and Michael's wedding. All right, I want to do the whole purple theme for this one. So gallery template, we'll do Awesome Gallery 02. Microsite template, Awesome Microsite 02. If you want to add in your descriptions and your footer text, you can do that here now. So we'll say photos from Michelle and Michael's awesome wedding. Photo booth by Awesome Photo. You don't have to do this if you set it already, but we'll do it here just to be safe. Breeze Cloud Gallery ID. So this is what you'll set in Breeze Booth for iPad or in DSLR Remote Pro to make sure that the photos upload to the correct gallery. So we'll name this Michelle. And in my event settings on Breeze Booth for iPad or Remote Pro, I'll make sure the slug there is set to Michelle also. Okay, we don't need any webhooks or anything here, so we'll save. And now we have the gallery already set up with our cover image that comes included in the gallery, Michelle and Michael's wedding, photos from their wedding, and then as photos upload, they'll be here in the gallery, and they'll hit the microsite also. All right, let's apply those gallery and microsite templates to this other event that we have here, just so we can see it in practice one more time. So let's edit the gallery. We'll select Awesome Gallery 01 and save that. For the microsite, we'll do Awesome Microsite 01 and save that. Let's view the gallery. And here you can see we have the all-white background with the logo and the title, the processed photos, as well as the animated GIF file. If we click one of them, it takes us to our branded microsite that matches. Title there with the white background, the 4 processed photos, and the animated file down here. Let's say you want to show them the prints. Let's come back to the settings. Let's edit the gallery. We'll scroll down. We'll turn on prints. If you want to change the titles or the description, you can do so here. So we'll call this Super Fun Party and save that. We'll do the same thing with the microsite. Let's change the title to Super Fun Party. For the description for my microsites, I usually like to give the guests a little instruction on how to use it to download their photos. So use the download arrows below each photo to save to your device. We'll italicize that and make it a little bit smaller. And let's add in the print file so they see that on the microsite also. We'll turn that on in the media filter and save. All right, let's view the gallery again. Perfect. We'll see the title has updated there. The print file has been added, and if we click the print file, it's still linked to the processed photos and the GIF from that session. So everything is there in one place on the microsite. We see the title updated there, as well as the description telling them how to download the photos. So that's how you use galleries and microsites in Breeze Cloud. Super powerful. There's a lot more that we can do with it also that we're going to show in upcoming videos. Play around with it, create your own galleries and microsites. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks, everyone.